Hello everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Matt, and I have taken the time to show you guys a little trick that you can do with your stock Traxxas Rustler. Have a little bit of fun with it. Now this is an older model Rustler. I'm not entirely sure how old it is. I bought it used off of eBay for 80 bucks. Decent shape. I added the bumper and I added the wheelie bar, and I changed the motor out. Originally it had this very wore out, very tired Stinger on it, and I put the Titan on it. Other than that, it's a stock truck. Nothing special. Stock controller. And what I found out was eventually I plan on switching this truck over to Lipo, powered with brushless. I have several airplanes that are already set up like that, and it's obviously the preferred method. This is the battery that the truck came with. You know, 7.2 NiCad. Not that impressive. So I bought 8.4, yes, 8.4 NiCad. That is the largest battery that they recommend running in these trucks, according to Traxxas. And I had this old, it's actually a helicopter battery, 7.2 volt LiPo, 3300 milliamp, 25C discharge battery. So I decided to put it in there to see what it'd do, just for the fun of it, and it runs very well on that. And well, because I really didn't care whether I burnt the truck up or not, I decided to see if it would handle an 11.1 volt LiPo, because I have plenty of them. And I can tell you the results are impressive, very impressive. I have a couple videos I'll show you after I get done speaking about it, of all four batteries and their performances. Now I'll tell you about the truck a little bit. I can't really see down in there, but that is an old XL1 speed controller. And you know, eventually there's no doubt that that bigger battery will burn this truck up. There's no doubt of that in my mind, because it does several things to show that it protests that high of a voltage. But since I installed the new motor, it got much better. The old Stinger motor, everything got bad hot with the 11 volt battery. Everything just stunk. But the new motor, it seems to be doing better. The only thing that really gets hot now are these connectors. I mean, your heat exchangers here, or whatever everybody else calls them, I'm not sure, get pretty warm. But other than that, the speed controller and the motor seem to handle it. Now I'll show you what the truck does to really protest it. I'll set the camera down for a second. Alright, turn it on. Of course it's going to jerk. Now sometimes, I don't know if I can get to do it. There we go. The steering servo is throwing a fit. It absolutely does not care for that high of a voltage. But I promise you, it hasn't hurt it yet. You can hear it continuing to throw a fit, so we'll turn that back off. Other than that, the truck doesn't seem to mind it. Now, for those of you that are not experienced with lithium polymer batteries, you'll know that most of your lithium polymer vehicles, whether they be plane, car, or boat, have a low volt cutoff in them, so that you do not damage the battery. Obviously this truck does not have that. The trick to running lithium polymer in a vehicle that does not have a low volt cutoff is you really have to pay attention. As soon as you hear the vehicle beginning to get weak, you need to stop. Because if you run it any further, these things are like a cup of Folgers. They are good to the last drop, and if you run them to the last drop, there is no doubt they will smoke themselves, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube of that already. So, other than that, for those of you that are deciding to go to brushless and you want to buy some lithium batteries to try in your brush truck just to go ahead and finish it off, because really what's the point of taking the stuff out if it's still working? So get you some lithium batteries, burn the truck to the ground, and then switch it over to brushless eventually. The only downside is there's no telling what you'll take out with it. You know, you lose the speed controller, you lose the motor, no big deal. You lose the receiver, you might be a little upset. You lose the servo, you might be a little upset. It's all up to you as the owner of the truck. Now these batteries, if I can zoom in on them, I'll tell you a little bit about them. They are Turnigy's 2200 milliamp. Try and get the glare off so you can actually see them. 2200 milliamp, 20 to 30 C discharge. These are available through hobbyking.com. I'll say that one more time, hobbyking.com. That battery right there, 2200 milliamp, 11.1 Lipo, 30 C discharge. That is a $12 battery from Hobby King. 12 to 15 bucks. So, cheap batteries, old truck. Have a blast. And I'll show you some videos on all 4 batteries. Oh, just to really quickly show you how I secure these batteries in here, because they are pretty loose, they flop around a good bit. I just run the wire right up over your battery strap, so at least if it does flop around, it doesn't fall completely out of the truck. That's all there is to putting one in there. $12 battery. You know, who really cares if it gets tore up? 7.2 volt NiMi.
Matt.
.2 volt Lipo. .4 volt NiMi. .11 volt Lipo.